Yo, Will, check it out, man.
Welcome to another episode of Two Whites and a Blue
That's vintage. That's classic.
podcast. One of these days, we'll get the remote record start right. My name is Joey. I'm here with my friends and co-hosts, Will and Mike. And boys, who wants to go first? What did you spend your money on last week?
You're up, Will.
Well, we all know I went first last week too, so I might as well just keep that train rolling.
You're first.
I honestly meant to look up my Amazon because I had a couple packages come in. But I bought a book, that's for sure, that I've been fucking cruising through.
Can I just cut you off quickly? Because I'm
And
pretty
talk about
sure.
your week?
Okay. Yeah, enough of you. Let's just hear about me. No, I think ever since this podcast started, you have had an Amazon order come in every time.
At least
time.
like 80% of the weeks you've been on, Will, you've had an Amazon order coming in.
Yeah. You're like, oh, well, I had an Amazon order come in. About 4,000 books came in. Fuck it.
What book are you reading? Oh, it's a book about a guy from Patagonia. He's also, he's anti-technology. He wants to spend time camping.
It's about these guys who just bought the world record amount of Amazon orders. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I just felt like saying that.
Oh, you're probably right. Especially after this fucking pandemic's been going on. I've definitely had an Amazon package come every week for fucking sure. I'm like afraid to even look at it, but that's all I've been spending my money on, to be honest. I haven't been to a store in over 2 months, so I got to rely on Amazon and my mom. But yeah, so I got a book. It's about Andrew Carnegie and about like the formation of U.S. Steel. It's actually fucking decent.
That is pretty.
So it's been like really motivating me. Yeah, it's sweet. I've been fucking firing on all cylinders for like my business and shit because I've been getting up, reading that book, and just like motivating me to like become a captain of industry. You know, become a robber baron of the new age.
Robber baron.
Start selling barrels.
Undercutting my fucking.
Yeah. Get some
like,
staff and really rip them off.
Yeah, pretty much like get labor forces down and like get fucking to a very, very, very minimum. Bring in a bunch of foreign scab workers when I can and shit like that.
You want to be is that what entails to being a captain of industry?
Pretty much, yeah. You kind of have to be bringing a bunch of scabs if you want to be a captain of industry.
Anytime anyone says that phrase, captain of industry, the only thing I think of is back in like the late 90s, probably ish. The first time my dad got a work cell phone, and we started to see cell phones like around and stuff, right? So like I remember at the Pizza on Mohawk and Upper Wentworth, Mohawk and Wellington, one of them. We're like waiting there at the traffic light, and a guy was crossing the street, and he pulled his phone out of his pocket to take a call, and my dad's like, why does this guy have to take a call right there crossing the road? Is he really such a captain of industry that he needs to talk to this guy on the phone? And like, I'll never forget that moment. It's just like fucking assaulting a guy on the street who's probably, his wife's just like wondering where he is or something. And my dad just chops him up for no reason.
Captain of industry.
That's why you get a phone, isn't it? To use it when you're not
This
at
was
home.
when phones first started coming out. No one knew what they were for. They were playing Snake. That was it.
Yeah, true.
Is that going to be the new word for like, oh, look at this guy. What are you, a fucking hero? What are you, a captain of industry?
What are you, some kind of thought leader?
To be honest.
I know. I love that.
That's good.
I like that.
That's
captain of industry.
Who's this captain of industry on the phone?
Sergeant Major.
So that's the new goal, basically. Become a captain of industry.
Yeah.
You're going to be real rich.
Yeah, fucking right.
All right, so if this is the deal right now, if you become a captain of industry, quotations, you gotta pay for my golf membership out at the course we go to. You're gonna be fucking rich.
That's such a low number, Mike.
Yeah, well, I'm a good friend. I don't need much.
How about I give you some job where you just have to show up and just hang out for a bit? It's like
Sure.
I'll just treat my friends really good, and then like everyone else really
just
shitty.
Whips. Get the whips out.
Yeah, it sounds almost like a
shoveling coal.
It's like a third world dictatorship. Like, what's your responsibility? I'm the fucking hole digging supervisor. Good job.
I do it from the office though.
Yeah, I work remote. Yeah, Zoom.
You can work from home.
We got another guy who's hired to just hold the phone up to the hole diggers. I just talk to them through the phone.
Yeah.
Good job,
Mike, you can hire
boys.
as many assistants as you need.
It's on me. We'll go. You hire Joey and I, and then we'll just do the Steelwork podcast.
Yeah. Just promote it. You can be in our marketing department.
Yeah, what do you guys do? We're actually marketing professionals. Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, come listen to our hour and a half long advertisement.
Yeah, what do you know about marketing? What are
$150K a
you,
year.
some kind of captain of industry? You don't know anything about marketing.
What's your salary? I get a golf membership at a pretty nice course.
Just to cost the guy who's working for an honest living, taking calls, crossing the street. Poor guy.
Man, I get a free or a free golf membership just for doing a podcast. That'd be sick, man. I'd do this for a free golf membership.
Awesome.
I would take anything for doing a podcast.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's cost. We're in the negatives right now.
Yeah,
we're in the negatives.
You know what? Second thoughts. Fuck that. I wouldn't.
Yeah, fuck. We gotta set our bars a little higher here.
Who's next? Me or you, Mike?
Anyways, hold on.
Oh, you got more.
So,
you
anyways,
a lot of money this week.
Well, on my way of becoming a captain of industry, one has to look at the market and be aware of what's going on. So I took a look, and I thought that the S&P was looking bearish. So I bought the 3 times leveraged ETF, SPXS.
Man. Fuck yeah, you did.
Yep, fucking went hard on it.
Do you want to
help me out?
Do you want to explain? I was just about to say, do you want to explain what the 3x leverage ETF is? The 3x bear ETF is about as dicey a bet as it comes most of the time.
So it's crapshoot, 50-50.
Not
even 80-20.
I think it's a good bet now, but anyway, Will, explain the mechanism behind this ETF.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not gonna be able to explain all like the derivatives and shit that it holds inside this ETF. But so an ETF is like a basket of other investments, basically, usually stocks. But so like the S&P 500 is like you know what the S&P 500 is? No?
I do. Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
No?
Mike knows. He's got his thumbs up.
No. Fuck no. Fuck no.
The S&P is an index. It's an index.
Yeah, it's like an index of like, I don't know, maybe the 500 biggest companies on the New York Stock Exchange
by cap, I think. Yeah.
By market cap. So it's like it's big companies, whatever. It's like basically a good way to follow the market. Like,
which, by the way, why is it called S&P stands for Standard and Poor's, which I never understood why they picked that name. Just, that's not a company that was predicting to grow as much as they did. But anyways.
Yeah, S&P, Standard and Poor's. Anyway, so it's like an index, whatever. So like you can buy the ETF, which will follow the index. So like it basically follows the market almost exactly because that's pretty much what it is. So the 3 times bear ETF it's the inverse of it. So if the S&P goes up 1%, this ETF will go down 3%. So it's basically betting against the market.
Why does that exist?
It's gambling. It's a derivative.
But why does that exist?
The market.
Because someone's on the other side taking the other bet. That's why.
Yeah, that's what it is. So like they're essentially the dealer at the blackjack table. They're just like, you want to fucking play? Go ahead. You're probably gonna lose, but do it anyway. You could win.
But like the thing is, like they have like 3 times bull also, which is like if the S&P goes up 1%, then this ETF will go up 3%. So I think that market is going to go down in the short term. So I was like, well, why just buy the single time ETF, the one time? Why not go heavy and go the 3 times super leveraged?
I think you can get 10x, right? On most brokerage accounts, you can get 10x leverage going either way. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know. But this way, you don't actually have to like go into debt. You just buy shares in a leveraged ETF. And I think 3 times is the highest an ETF will go.
I was about to say, is that, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe for that, it's the highest. I'm right behind you on that sentiment. I think it's going to drop for sure. I think that's a pretty good bet.
Because we had like the fucking V-shaped recovery, sort of. And for like the last week or so, it's kind of been deciding where to go. And I think that it's bound. It has to go down again. The recession can't be over.
No.
Before it began.
Fucking sweet.
So,
anyways, it was. Especially with all this money we've been printing, and now there's just no repercussion.
I would just love for the market.
Exactly.
I would love for the market to completely be destroyed and just be able to buy the companies I like at a very, very steep. Yeah. I would love for that to happen.
Yeah, same here.
I can't wait. Yeah, I've been putting money in every week the same way I normally do, but I haven't been actually buying anything. I'm just sitting on cash.
Oh, really? I'm about 50-50 cash stock right now.
I'm like maybe 20% cash, but typically I'm 0% cash. Like I have nothing in there. I've been funneling cash in there since March.
And these accounts are just direct investing accounts?
It's simple.
Yeah, but it's like a direct. It's mutual funds.
Well, mutuals
no stocks.
Mutuals are one vehicle. This is equities.
So this is you controlling it, not a broker.
Yeah.
Okay. So direct investing. And
So
that's how I understand it via RBC terms.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
So I guess you call it direct investing. Sure, why not? That's a good term.
Yeah, like I'm picking and choosing myself.
Yeah, as opposed to like I have my TFSAs, my RSPs. I don't do shit. Somebody handles that, and then I have a direct investing account. So if I pump money into that, then I can pick.
Right. Is that a TFSA also though?
I have no fucking idea, to be honest. I pay for it and don't use it because I'm an idiot.
You're probably
Go ahead, Will. Probably is.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think it probably is a TFSA. I don't know because I would be surprised if they set you up with a trading account that you have to have that you're gonna get taxed on and shit without explaining that to you.
I'll be honest.
I'm assuming it's a TFSA.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know because I have it was like, I don't know, maybe a year ago. I was like super into, I was going to the bank like almost every fucking day. I just had like a string of appointments with financial advisors and whatever. And then
feels good. I like doing that.
I like doing it too because I'm actually in the bank doing shit. But like,
but also those guys are not that sharp.
No. This guy, the first guy was very good. He was like very open and honest. He was just like, he's okay. I can ask you a few questions. Essentially, an interview, right? He's like, "What do you want? Like, what do you want? What kind of a person are you?" Like, he gave me a bunch of questions that were like, in a roundabout way. He was just trying to get my honest answer so he could make an accurate assessment of who I was with my money.
Your risk tolerance, basically.
Yeah, and he was just like, "Okay, so you're obviously like." I just told him like, I don't give a shit if I'm investing my money. I'm in it for the long term. Let's go fucking crazy. High risk. I don't give a fuck, kind of thing. Like whatever, right? Because I was doing my RSP, so it's like it's long term. I'm like, fuck, I don't care. Next thing with this is a house, so who fucking knows? But then
imagine he just puts you in a bunch of penny stocks and shit, and you're in for your mutual fund or for your.
Here, fucking read this and just spend all your money on it, whatever you can, man. Just buy shit.
Puts you in Bitcoin and penny stocks.
We only want anything with a market cap under $100,000.
So anyway, that guy. I think because my mom worked at the bank, she kind of hooked me up an appointment with that guy a bunch of times. And he's like, he's a financial advisor when you're making X amount of dollars per year. Like then you go see that guy, right? Like he's like 100,000 plus or whatever. Like he's.
I'm gonna guess you weren't at that level yet.
Weird. I'm killing it now though.
Well, no, but he had his guidance.
You say, "Fuck, look at me, man."
He helped.
No. So what happened was then I go to open up a direct investing account. So I was like, I don't need to fucking see this special guy. I can just go to whatever. And then, so I'm having the appointment with this guy and he's just like, you can tell it's like almost the end of the day. He's just like fucking rifling off the fucking things and whatever. And
he wants to go home to his
you should have seen how this pissed me off so much. It was super unprofessional. Probably could get fired for this. He leaves the room, prints the, you know, when you open up a direct, you have like a contract and stuff you need to sign and stuff like that. I don't know. He just goes, like, you don't need to do this. I just threw all that shit out. Just sign this. He's like, you don't need to go over it. I didn't even print it off. Like, don't worry, just sign this and you can go. I'm like, that's not how this appointment's supposed to go, man. It's not supposed to be an in and out in 5 minutes. You're supposed to like go over the contract with me and like make it so I want to sign it, not be like, oh man, it's not even important. Like all these major, super important documents, they're not important. I'm like, I came home and told my mom, and she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like that.
That's fucked.
Before she retired, she like met that guy. She's like, "That guy's a fucking idiot. I hated him."
Oh really?
I was like, "Well, why'd you fucking tell me that? Why did you tell me?"
I don't like banks at all. I equate banks and like people who work at banks to people who work at Best Buy, and you guys got to hear me out on this. If you go to Best Buy and or if you tell your friends or something, you just bought a new TV, and you know, if I go to your house, I'm looking at your TV and you're like, yeah, this is the best TV on the market. The guy at Best Buy was talking to me about this one. This is the one that everybody wants, has the best features. The first thing I would say is like, why would you ever trust a guy who's working at Best Buy? Like, what does that guy know about anything?
What are they called? What
doesn't know about anything.
The traveling band?
Who gives a fuck?
The Nerds on Wheels or whatever?
Yeah, whatever. Nerds on Site.
The traveling band.
So I used to say to people, I would be like, why do you trust the guy at Best Buy? Like, even if the guy at Best Buy was, some kind of...
I can get hired at Best Buy for
even if he was some kind of like Mensa level intelligence, where he was able to decipher and discern between TVs in a way that no one else could. He was really able to put together this model, this statistical model of why the TV was better and all these things. Imagine this, right? And so even if he was able to do these things, he would still be really operating at the lowest level of genius because he's working at Best Buy. But the thing is, he not only can he not do all those things I just described, but he's still working at Best Buy anyways. So why would you ever take advice from a guy on any topic if the guy worked at Best Buy? You would never do this on anything else. And so the bank, I just think like, man, if you're really...
We don't think so? I think so.
Fuck that. I think, man, if you were really a good investment advisor, you'd be out on your own doing your own thing. If you were really...
Oh, I'm not saying... I just don't think it's like a parallel.
Advisor to a guy who works at Best Buy?
I think it's pretty similar. I think the guy...
Why? No way!
I think it is. I think the investment...
I think a guy at Best Buy could know what the fucking best TV is for like $500 as opposed to like...
I don't...
Yeah, he's in the environment.
I honestly don't
think... Okay, hear me out for this then,
Okay.
So at Best Buy, they're giving products to sell, and at the bank, they're also just giving products to sell. They're like, these are our mutual funds that we offer. Put people in these. There's like 20 of them. Put people in them as best as you can. And at Best Buy, it's the same thing. It's like, these are the 20 TVs we offer. I mean, try to sell the fucking most expensive one, obviously. But like the bank just has like 20 products, or I don't even know. They probably have more than that. But like the mutual funds that they have are like CIBC Growth.
But they're trying to get your money. Yeah. Money in their products.
Yeah, and like the person that is putting you in that ETF or in that mutual fund isn't the same person that's deciding what's going into that mutual fund. That person's sitting up in some fucking office somewhere.
That's right.
Or is a robot.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. I'm just saying, like, the person who you get to talk to, who tells you what's best for you, is, in my view, more often than not, equivalent to the Best Buy TV guy. There's exceptions on both sides. Like, occasionally a Best Buy TV guy would be like, you know what, I'm your age. I know a little bit about TVs. Like, I do some more research on the side. Like, this is what I know about TVs. Here's what you should buy. And occasionally you get someone who works at the bank who's like, you know what, I know a little bit more than what the bank, tells me. I do some research on the side. I have my own experience. Here's what I think is good for you. There's exceptions on both sides, but generally speaking, if you go to a bank,
those are the people that are trying to work their way up.
You're going to get a company man, right? And so in bureaucracy, banks and shit like that, there's only one way to move up, and it's to curry favor with the people ahead of you on the ladder. And there's only one way to do that, is to get money in the door. And I think banks are generally, especially nowadays, where like even the shit we talk about in this podcast, like I think we're all learning stuff, talking to each other every week about this kind of stuff. And I think you can go on YouTube or Twitter or whatever and learn a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's at least opening our eyes to other options.
Right. And so, at the very least, you can hold the people who really have had a monopoly on information for the last, 30, 40, 50 years, if not longer. You can hold their feet to the fire and say, well, I saw this a little while ago. What do you think about this, this sector? And I remember having this conversation with my investment advisor years ago when I started doing weed stocks on my own and Bitcoin on my own. I thought, like, what am I paying you for 5-6%? I just put a bunch of money in shitty weed stocks and Bitcoin and made fucking, 70% in 7 or 8 months.
Did you see ACB today? Did you see Aurora today?
30% or something like that. I thought this morning
70%.
I fucking saw it this morning at 30 and had almost a heart attack.
Wait, didn't they do like some sort of conglomerate, or that was
all I know, Mike, is that you fucking said a couple weeks ago we should be buying weed stocks. I didn't listen, and now I'm fucking poor.
Yeah, Aurora Cannabis, they reported earnings yesterday, and they're up 70% today.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Which is fucking unheard of.
There was what the fuck was it? It's not Aurora. Aurora was like, that's like the big one.
That's one of the bigger ones. But Canopy Growth is
Canopy's like the big.
What the fuck was it? I don't know who it was. A buddy of mine was telling me because he was like, he's all in it. Like he's like
RTI was another one today that was up like 30 or 40%.
Mm-hmm.
But they did a conglomerate and he fucking lost tons of money. They combined with like one of the major, like one of the monsters, and he lost a bunch of money. And it was a big. Like honestly,
Really?
this is so shitty because I don't know the name and it just makes me sound fucking dumb. But
just keep going. Don't stop now.
no, but I'm just saying, like he had a bunch of money invested into this fucking company. Fucking cat, man.
Slinking in through the door.
And then they combined with a monster, and he lost tons of money because. Yeah, I don't fucking know why. I wish I had the words for that, but I don't know anything. So
I don't know enough about like market moves to really put any weight behind what I'm about to say, but I feel like these monster like slingshot moves day over day in some of these sectors. Like I don't care what the fucking earnings were on Aurora Cannabis. There's no way it's worth 70% more after one earnings call than it was worth yesterday at the same time. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. So I think this is like indicative that people are just looking for places to like park money, try and make it a quick buck before they get out for, I think, the next leg down. I think the next leg down is coming. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I didn't spend much money this week.
Well, we should talk about your spending next. So go ahead.
I bought groceries.
Yeah.
And then I have to spend in about a week or two about $2,000 on my fucking car. I'll tell you that. That's fun.
What's wrong with your car?
My windshield's cracked.
You do?
Oh yeah, that's right.
My windshield's cracked, so that's gotta go. It's spider webbing now, so it's time.
That's illegal.
I'm getting well, whatever. Fuck it. They're never gonna catch me.
Oh fuck.
Thing's turbocharged, bud. See you later. Yeah, I got to get new tires, and then I got to get brakes and rotors.
Nice.
So that's like $2,000.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Brakes and rotors are more than $1,000. I bet you that would be closer to $3,000 than $2,000.
No fucking what? Brakes and rotors? No way, man.
Brakes, rotors, and tires? Did you say tires too?
Oh, yeah, and then a windshield. Yeah, no way, man. Brakes and rotors. If I do them myself, I can get the parts for like $500.
Okay.
And then
brakes and rotors. Are they? Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. I don't know. I've never fucking worked at Volkswagen. I don't know if it's German engineering is all fucked up or not, but the Hondas were pretty easy.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being much. It'd be different in the engine, not so much on the.
A couple of buddies of mine do their own on Volkswagen to say it's the same as all the other cars. Like they take it off.
Yeah, it's true. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
And then the tires,
if you got the right tools, it's not bad.
No.
Yeah, like electrician's tools usually fucking hand in hand with mechanics tools for sure.
Same set, right? You guys at Home Depot, you guys are in the same aisle.
Brutal. I remember when we were doing it on our buddy's car, Sean's, and I brought all my tools, like thinking I was gonna be all helpful, and like it was so pointless. Like, why did I even bring my fucking tools, man?
I know that feeling. Except I show up without tools too.
Yeah.
You don't need a screwdriver that's this big to change your brakes.
No,
the little chubby screwdriver.
I got one. Of them.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing that I probably didn't even have these at the time. The only thing that might help is Allen keys, and I fucking didn't even have them at the time. And I fucking doubt it. I have 2 wrenches. Like I have a 1/2 inch and a 9/16 wrench, and they got fucking stolen out of my fucking bag.
Stolen.
Oh yeah, picture on the job site, man.
Really? Wow.
Oh fuck.
People just go through shit. It's so annoying, man. When you work on these cowboy job sites, bro. Fuck yeah, people just snipe shit.
That sucks. What? That would fucking drive me crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking hurting.
Yeah, that's why I do the. I just put
How
my
bad
shit.
are your brakes?
Bad. Oh, they're done with, man. They're like a year overdue for sure.
Are they grinding every time you stop?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
you can
way
hear
overdue.
They're screeching.
Oh my god! Every morning, especially in the morning, especially like when there's morning dew.
Yeah.
Down my fucking drive. Fucking brutal. Fucking brutal. The tires. Like I've been putting off spending money on this car just because I couldn't afford it. Right? Like just.
Yeah.
I'm getting to a point where I can afford it. I'm like, okay, now I have to pay for everything that I've been putting off and putting off.
Fuck, that sucks, man.
That's just.
What else did you buy? Is that all you're thinking about spending money on? That's it?
I want to buy some fucking new hockey gear, man. I want to buy a new fucking.
Yeah?
You're not going to pay for $2, though. So.
Like, I might get some gloves. I want some.
I need new gloves too. Fuck me, man.
I want new gloves.
Let me lean into my spending with a bit of a suggestion to both of you. I already told Will this when you were not on the call yet, Mike, but I got a text today with some news about the football season, maybe starting mid-July. So
don't fucking hold me back, man. I need to get in there. What do we do? Is it a free season?
I think they're only gonna play half the games, so I'm hoping they only charge half the money.
1v1.
If anybody's paying full price for half the games, like I don't know how you're gonna swing that, but
I'm not
paying. Kudos.
I'm not paying for.
I'm not paying
full price.
If you guys want a rusher, I'll rush for free.
I'll just rush. You gotta pay
you want someone who's actually good at it?
Yeah, right. So I got that news. The other thing that I spent money on this week was topsoil and grass seed for our backyard.
Ooh, that's homeowner shit, eh?
So I went to.
Oh yeah, eh?
So we went to Home Depot, Kenzie and I, a couple of days ago, and it was Kenzie's.
What does that cost?
It was like $80 maybe for like a bunch of topsoil and like 3 bags, tons of seed. Like I could have done the fucking whole backyard if I wanted to. I just went heavy in the places where Scoop jumps around.
There's no point in even doing.
Why wouldn't you just do the whole? Why wouldn't you just do the whole yard?
Because there's good grass in most of the yard. It's just where Scoop jumps onto the deck. He's like worn down the grass there, so I had to put some topsoil down. Some seed. Yeah. So anyway, so this was Kenzie's first time out of the house in probably 3 months. Okay, she hasn't gone to a store or anything like that. So we're getting ready to go to Home Depot, and I'm putting my shoes on, and she's going, "Oh, we need the masks," and I'm like, "I'm not wearing a mask at Home Depot. Okay, I'm not doing it. I'm off of the mask train. I fucking had it with the masks.
Finally,
I'm not fucking getting the mask anymore." So we get in the car, drive to Home Depot. Home Depot is as busy as the ACC. Okay, the fucking place is rammed. Every fucking parking spot is full.
With dads and butch moms.
You can't even get in.
Because it just opened up, didn't it?
A couple of days ago, I guess. They got a woman at the front who's like triaging what you're doing there. Like, what are you buying? And then you tell her.
Oh, my God.
Right.
You tell her.
I would hate that.
This is before you even get into the parking lot, Mike. This is on the entry ramp into the fucking parking lot. So this woman's asking you, like, what are you buying? And I told her, I'm like, look, I ordered this stuff online. I have my receipt. I ordered this stuff online on Monday. It said it was going to be ready in 2 hours. It's been 2 days. A guy on the phone today told me just come in and bring this with me and take it home. She goes, I don't know about that. I've never heard that before. I said, I don't know the guy's name. He sounded like an Indian guy. It's this Home Depot. She goes, okay, what's on the list? So I hand her the list. And it's the shit I just said, garden stuff, right? Outdoor stuff. She goes, okay, drive through. Garden center entrance is right there, but you can't park in front. You got to park over on the left. I'm like, okay. So I just drive in, park over on the left. We get in line at the garden center. They got tape everywhere, like you guys have seen, or you haven't seen, Will, I guess. Tape everywhere, 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet.
I haven't, only in photos.
So you got to
scene. It's a crime scene out there. The whole planet's a crime scene.
So you got to stand all over the place. Everyone taking this very seriously, except the girl who's working at the garden center entrance, who's got her legs folded, no mask, T-shirt on, texting on her phone, whatever.
She a kid?
She
a kid?
Probably like my age, 30 something.
Nice.
And she just texts on her phone. So it's our turn to go up. And so I hand her this list. I'm like, I need to pick this stuff up and take it home. I already paid for it. She goes, Paul, you can't do that here. You have to go to the service desk for that. I'm like, no. The woman at the front told me I had to come to the garden center. So I'm at the garden center. I waited for 10 minutes. The line is literally 50 people long now behind me. I'm not fucking going back into that line.
Yeah.
Okay, get the stuff, and then you can go into the store over here on your left. So me and Ken's round up the stuff. Everyone there staying away from us because we're probably super spreaders, under 40 years old, not overweight. We don't even know we have this fucking thing.
They're infested.
And
no masks on.
So we get the shit. Yeah, no masks.
Look at these maskless
I was wearing
pukes.
shorts. I was wearing shorts too. I just came back from a run. So like I'm fucking soaked. People probably think this guy's got the flu. Why is he sweating so much? It's only 10 degrees. And
that sweat's probably cold.
Yeah. So we get the shit, and then I go to the gate. The automatic doors are supposed to go between the garden center and the store, and there's fucking security there. The Home Depot security force is there. It's a woman probably in her mid-20s. And I say to her, I'm like, here's my shopping list. The girl at the front told me to go to the garden center, and the girl at the garden center told me to come to you when I had all the stuff. I have to go to the service desk next. And she's like, well, you can't get in this way. And I'm like, I've already heard this twice, and at both times it hasn't been true. So like, here's what
That chick just pawns you off on someone else. That's
yeah, they're just
she's
they're
like,
trying,
yeah,
they're trying to send me away. And she's like,
my shift ends in 15 minutes.
And she's like, okay, hold on. So she gets on the walkie-talkie, right? She has like the earpiece in. She's like, service desk. And then some guy, but like no one knows she's on the phone because she did it facing us. And then she turns back toward the store, toward the service desk and like everything else in Home Depot. And this man comes up to her and he's like maybe a foot away from her with a mask on. He says nothing. He just comes up to her and goes like this. He holds up like a little light bulb. He goes, like he's afraid to talk to her. He doesn't know if she's on the phone.
Is he fucking mute? Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know. People are acting so weird, man. They put these masks on and they just fucking forget how to communicate. So eventually we make it to the service desk. A guy comes out. And he's like, hey, you guys are picking something up? And we're like, yeah, like here's the order. He goes,
hey, you guys are picking something up.
He's like, no problem. And
I said, what is this guy? Where's this guy from?
We're just shooting the shit.
No problem.
We're shooting the shit, and he's talking to us. He's talking to us behind the bulletproof glass, and he's like, yeah, the order desk has been slow, lasted a while. Like, there's not enough staff. And honestly, you look around, they got staff everywhere. The problem is all of them are guarding doors, and none of them are picking shelves. So like you can't walk freely, but you can get whatever you need. There's tons of fucking room in the store. So anyway,
you can steal whatever you want. You just won't get out of the store.
We get the shit, bring it back home. I see Shalon, and like I was saying to Will, a buddy of mine came over, whose name we won't mention on the show, but came over. I haven't seen this guy in a while. Yeah, we'll be talking about that shortly. I haven't seen this guy in a while, and he was wearing I might be a little heavy uniform. He had the fucking the non-fitted jeans, like silver jeans that looked like or something of that nature. Had the fucking
silver.
What the fuck are silver jeans? Like Quicksilver?
It's a brand name, silver, not silver jeans. And
I fucking remember that shit from like grade 7.
Yeah, these Sumachine machines.
Are they boot cut?
And look like it, yeah. And also had on.
I fuck with the boot cut, man. It looked great with Tim's.
He had the fucking button-up shirt on with the fucking quarter zip sweater.
How is that? That's a tough look.
And it was fucking hot.
That quarter zip sweater, man. What a fucking shitty. I hate it.
It's fucking hot.
I like the quarter zip sweater, but not on top of the dress shirt.
Not in the fucking middle of spring. It's fucking May.
I don't like the full zip option. I'm either no zip or full zip. What the fuck is the point in that?
So he comes over. We're shooting the shit for a bit.
Look, aesthetic.
I guess.
And
functional.
What's the point in having a Henley? That fucking 3/4.
I like Henleys.
Oh.
Will's gone.
Yeah, so do I.
He opts
they
out.
Don't serve a purpose. I'm getting a phone call.
Will opts out to another part of the screen. So this I also spent money on beer. I bought Collective Arts beer this week. Hazy State I'm drinking right now.
I just drove by that. I drove past Cause and Effect. Sorry.
Yeah, Collective Arts have been enjoying today. So anyway, this brings me to my next point. And it's not really something I had on the schedule, but we should talk about it because Mike, you've been doing this too. We've seen each other a few times, Mike, since this whole thing started. When this guy came over, we've been friends for 30 years, me and him. And when this guy came over, he didn't get close to me for a while. Like I was just seeing the grass, he's standing on the deck. He didn't come close to me, and I had no particular inclination to come close to him. I didn't really think about it, but it just seems like this is the normal thing now to like stay away from people.
It's gonna be like that for a while, I think.
What is that? Like, are you guys?
I don't know.
When we start, like, Will, when you see us again, are you gonna be like, nice to see you? Stay over there.
Fuck yeah.
Really?
If it's anytime soon. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But what's anytime
I haven't
soon?
fucking
What does
left
that mean?
the house, bro. I haven't. I don't know. Like if our numbers are still high, we still have like thousands and thousands of cases. Oh no, yeah, definitely no, not this summer. But like if it's in the next few weeks, then fuck yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's still going. Like the state of emergency is still in effect. So yeah, that makes sense.
Another month, right? I think it's another month.
Well, Joey's lipping a guy who came over to his house like 2 days ago.
Well, it's just weird, like because
it is weird.
I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Like I don't know why. Like I didn't even think about it until just now. I'm like, I never even fucking got close to this guy. He was there for half an hour. He's like one of my best friends. I didn't go near him. I didn't shake his hand. I didn't like dap him up. Nothing. Like Scoop was.
I don't think that.
And I didn't go close to the guy.
Oh yeah. Like I don't think that's gonna be like. I don't think people are gonna get used to that, and it's gonna like travel like carry over to like non-pandemic times. So like I think in like a few months, people aren't gonna be like, oh, fuck, man, sorry, like, fucking force a habit. I don't want to come within 6 feet of you. I think it's just people are gonna like forget it and be like, okay, good, this shit's done. That's fine. Like, we could just fucking post up together.
Well, it's in our fucking DNA to do that shit, man. Like it's right now it's weird because it's so like forced on the media to stay away. So it's like in our fucking like initial thought process, right? I'm sure there's some sort of brain part you can fucking whatever. Never mind. Anyway, fucking but like it is in our DNA to be like, you know, with like groups of people and like be very close and whatever. It's like it's part of our like human culture, I guess. I don't like it. I don't like that it's like going down this road. I get it, but I'm not a fan of it. I don't know if I'm like a bad guy. Because I want to fucking like dap people up, and I like doing it at work, just like, hey man, hey, what's going on? If I was at work, but I'm not.
Give me the elbow hit there.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's odd. It's stupid that to think that it's a good idea to go do that right now because it's a fucking legit state of emergency. But that's just what I wanted. That's my initial like want. I wanted to start fucking slapping hands and saying what's up because I haven't done it in so fucking long, man.
I don't know what to make of all this. Like,
so like you're
go ahead.
You're not gonna like stop doing that because of like you've been in the pandemic for so long. You're not gonna be like, oh fuck, man, oh shit, like what's up, and then dap me like later. You're gonna be like, finally, we can fucking.
Fuck yeah,
finally,
man.
we can pound it. You
know? I'm just waiting for everybody else to be on my wavelength. Like, come on, let's fucking high five, man. I'm white and I want to do something annoying.
Like I said, man, the fucking amount of sex that gets had when this pandemic is over. Look the fuck out. Holy shit. I'm going to need that because those kids are going to be paying my pension until I die. So I'm going to need all those kids.
The quarantines.
You need a nice population.
Yeah,
boost,
I need that tax base, especially since we just lost a bunch of seniors, RIP. But one thing I said to Kenzie,
anything this world needs is more people.
I said to Kenzie today, there's a couple things I want to know on the pandemic, and then we'll transition right into our next topic, which is pandemic related. But I want to know 3 things or 4 things. 1, I want to know how many people who have died from this thing are fat. I want to know how many people who have died from this thing smoke. I want to know how many people from this thing, how many people who died from this thing are over 60, and I want to know how many people who died from this thing are in nursing homes. I want those numbers, those 4 sets of numbers, to compare against the totals, and then I'll be able to make a decision about like what risk mitigation I should take and what risk I'm willing to take personally. But until
I heard like
how can I fucking
I heard like a 50-50 thing on the smoking. I heard it's like, well, it's respiratory related. It really affects smokers. And then I heard the other people who are probably smokers being like, no, like our fucking lungs are so fucked up that the fucking disease can't get in there. It's like, well, to be honest, Barrons? I don't believe you because you're addicted to cigarettes, and I know how that affects your brain. It makes your brain be like, "Oh no, it's fine. Like we
Cigs
can do
are fine.
this.
Cigs are fine.
Like
say whatever you can to get us more of those cigarettes.
Yeah, we want some smoke. Like, give me some fucking smoke.
Yeah, I heard that too. The nicotine was supposed to fight off the virus.
There's no fucking
and weed
way.
Too. I don't know. Either way, like I've been smoking like far less than like, and I'm fucking healthy as fuck, bro.
For now,
yeah. I should start smoking.
Yeah, no
again.
shit.
Let's move to
Mike. Did you read that?
Oh, go ahead.
Did you guys see that like Dr. Rhonda Patrick shit on Joe Rogan?
Vitamin D shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Number. I like that number. I like that. Those are actual good fucking numbers.
Vitamin D substantially increases your chance to fight it off, right?
It's like insane. Like there was like
95%.
Which is insanely high of people died if they're like deficient in vitamin D.
If you guys, would you believe me if I told you that the video I sent to the Gutty Gang like 3 months ago had that information in it and you guys read it off, and I've had vitamin D sitting in my cabinet and I've been taking it every day for like 4 months.
Yeah, look, Joe, we're all not sick, so I haven't been taking it.
I'm just saying. It was.
I wrote everything off that everyone was saying.
I do respect that. I didn't look at that. I didn't watch that video, but
I didn't watch any of it because you guys were just fear mongering. You were so fucking terrified of it that you were just posting shit every day.
I'm still pretty scared, but I'm not so scared to wear a mask outside in the garden center at Home Depot.
I'm not fucking scared of it at all. I have like, which I don't know if is a good thing or a bad thing. I don't feel anything at all. I feel nothing. I feel annoyed that people don't want to chill.
Yeah, that's what I am. Yeah.
I'm doing everything I should do, but I'm not scared of it, and I'm annoyed that people don't want to hang out. but I do understand. I'm thinking of it.
So many people are probably feeling like that.
Oh yeah,
so
but like
people are probably thinking like that. That like I'm like worried that like people are like being like, all right, I'm getting fucking pissed off of this quarantine bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna fucking do whatever. I can't even do it. I'm just gonna fucking let's just fucking fuck it. I'm over it.
Yeah, like
people are just, if so many people do that, it's gonna get fucked. Yeah, but like it's gonna ruin it for everyone because if people start going out again and shit, it's just gonna be more closures and more fucking quarantining.
Yeah, it's just well, like I said, I feel that way, but that doesn't mean I'm not cooperating. I'm completely cooperating with whatever's going on, but I do I'm not worried about it, and I'm annoyed because I want to fucking hang out with people. I do, but I'm like, okay, I can't.
Not that I want to go down this road with you guys like tonight. Like this is like too long a road to go down for the podcast. But like we should at least touch on something I thought about today. That the Lancet, which is a publication that does a lot of science and nutrition, science and health related stuff, put out basically that the lockdowns need to continue, more or less, is what they said. And I was
June.
Of course they do.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. The Lancet also puts out stuff on the regular about how important it is to, eat more canola oil and how good the food pyramid is for you nutrition-wise. And like those are things that we know are just like flat out not true. Like you can't have a diet based on carbs. Like it doesn't work. It's not healthy. And so these guys support that too. And I just wonder I just wonder where I'm supposed to draw the line between things I know are not true and institutions that are like supporting those things. And then also telling me with science, I think is good right now, we should stay inside for another few weeks and just see if it makes things, a little more secure and safe for people. I don't know where I draw the line because like we all know that you can't just eat pasta every day as the base of your diet, but Lancet wants that.
Yeah.
They talk about shit like canola oil and like, it's industrial sludge they're trying to peddle off as food. But how can I trust them on the quarantine when I know that this other stuff they're peddling is like an obvious lie? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think you got to err on the side of caution for this kind of shit and like a global pandemic. You kind of got to be like, all right, these guys might not know exactly what they're talking about. They have a bit like of like old fashioned views, but like I think that if everyone does follow the advice on that like it's gonna be over quicker. But I do know where you're coming from because it's kind of like that old like I think I've said it on this podcast before, where like if you're an expert in something and you're reading the newspaper every day and then
oh yeah
what when like so like you read like a fucking you read like an article on like whatever you're an expert in and say like that's fucking bullshit, that's whatever, like that's not true, that there's so many missed facts here and shit, but then you're reading the rest of the paper and believe everything else that's in the paper until something that you know about comes up, and instead of questioning the whole paper you just question the article.
So that's like, so would you compare that to somebody going to like a comedy show and then laughing at every joke except for the one joke that offends them and then that ruins everything for it?
More like they laugh at every joke except the one joke they know is stolen. They just assume that none of the other jokes are stolen because they only knew that one was stolen.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like, for example, Mike, if you're talking to somebody, Mike, and they tell you that, they're giving you a bunch of advice on investing, for example. And then they also tell you that you shouldn't do squats because squats damage your whatever. They're bad for
kidneys.
They're bad for your kid. Whatever they tell you, right? Some bullshit. And you're like, hold on.
Like you impotent.
You're like, hold on. I know a lot about squats. I don't do any of those things. And so instead of looking at the whole thing now and reassessing whether or not this person was honest with you or whether or not they have like a standard for sharing information, you just think, okay, well, they were wrong about the squats, but they were probably right about everything else. That's the crux of the problem.
Okay. So you don't really have skepticism on anything except for what you know.
Exactly. Yeah, you just assume that they're right about the rest of the shit.
Which is that shouldn't be an.
I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it on the show, but it's something to think about.
You question everything.
For the 60 or 70 people that listen to the show every week, you can think about that and give us a question.
All I'm saying is I learned this in college. I watched this guy. So like, I needed help. I needed like math help, right? So I would go to this guy.
I thought you only finished grade 10. That hat only says grade 10.
Yeah, and I got my grade. I have my grade 10.
Where's the college hat? You don't have
I don't have. I just won just college. Yeah. I didn't graduate college. I dropped the fuck out with -1 credit.
Okay.
Either way, still got my career. It's all good.
That's right.
Look at me. You can make it happen.
You're fine.
You can make it happen.
You did it.
Oh fuck yeah! But anyway, like this is where I got this whole like question everything attitude, because this guy like 1 + 1 is 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were doing like it was like advanced algebra what we were doing and whatever. It was like pretty heavy math. So I'm fucked. I don't know anything about it. I'm like going to him every day.
Mm-hmm.
He just one day I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what's going on, man? He was like very big. He was a math student at the University of Waterloo. He majored in mathematics. So this guy is fucked.
The fuck was he doing at Mohawk?
He was a tutor. Like he was on like a he was helping. He was doing some co-op, I guess.
Getting paid.
This guy was a trip, like socially super trippy, but like
weird,
intelligent as fuck when it came to numbers, man. Holy fuck! Yeah. Like the guy's just sitting there. He's like, "Well, 1 + 1's 2, right?" I'm like, "Well, I get, yeah." Like I don't want to say yeah because I know you're gonna just say, "Well, actually," and then he proceeds to show
maybe
me.
Maybe he's like gauging. He's gauging where you got to start from. He's like, I don't even know. Yeah,
it's like this guy. Okay, look at this guy. Pretty big guy. He's got a good sense of humor. I'm gonna see if he's remedial. But anyway, he goes. He's like fucking. He proceeds to show me this fucking page he's been working on because nobody comes there all the time, right? He's just sitting in the library, he's fucking doing math on his spare time.
He's theorizing about mathematics.
And he shows me this whole equation about how 1 + 1 = 3. And it worked. It was so fucked. It was so fucked.
You know, this guy can win a Nobel Prize for something like that.
Well, it was just like one of those, it's like a math student joke. I was like, you guys have a terrible sense of humor, man. You're fucking, that's a shit joke, bro. Shitty joke. I don't like it. I don't like. Yeah, I did. I was fucking beaking him up, but like, we were friends, right? Because I got to know him pretty well because I hang out with him every fucking day. I was like, that joke fucking sucked, man. You just ruined my. I already didn't know math. Now I know it even less.
The only thing I thought I knew in life. It's not true now.
But anyway, like that's where I developed that you have to. If somebody says something, you have to question it. And then in response to myself saying that, if you're talking to me, question everything I say because then we'll actually have a good conversation. It won't just be like, oh, Mike's speaking assertively. He's probably right. You know what I mean? Like that's what I've learned about myself socially. I speak very assertively, and if I'm wrong, I don't even fucking know it.
I made a career.
And then somebody calls me out, and then we have a conversation. I won't like be like, no, I'm not wrong. Like I don't have that, but I do say things that, like I think I'm right, and then somebody calls me out, and then I can have a conversation with you about it.
Do you think you lost a lot of friends, like potential friends, because
I don't think
no one was like, I don't want to fight with this guy. He's talking with conviction. He's probably right.
I don't know if I lost friends. I might have gained
friends.
I might have gained
potential
followers.
Friends. Like people that you might like.
It's not about the friends you make.
Maybe, yeah.
You speak with along the way. That counts.
Right. Yeah. The best thing you can ever do is say something that's completely wrong with assertion and conviction and really trick people. And then they go down these weird paths in life with that knowledge, and then they're never right.
That's kind of a psychological trick, though. Like,
be a good cult leader.
Yeah, like when you're not really sure, you just fucking speak with conviction, and everyone.
Dude, it works so well.
The assumption is just like everyone else is not sure either, but you just convince them. And
yeah, I just have a skill.
Now we're going with it.
It's so unfortunate for everyone that I'm talking to. Sorry, I might not be right.
Yeah,
but I think I'm right, so I'm going to speak like I am.
We all do that, I think. I've noticed.
Yeah.
All kind of, but like not for like things that are like maybe facts and shit. It's kind of like hard-boiled eggs are shit. They're shit, and everyone knows they're shit. And everyone agrees that they're shit. You know, it's like things like that where like
everyone knows and everyone agrees are such great statements.
Yeah, everybody here knows that. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
I love that. You like hard-boiled eggs, and no one else.
Everyone knows hard-boiled eggs are shit.
So yeah, and the funny part is like
say it. Yeah.
The best part about it is too is like understanding that I do that, and then like I always wake up the next morning and like recap the night. I'm like, what the fuck was I talking to? It's always when we're drinking. I'm like, why was I didn't even know that. I was just like, you just get caught up in the conversation and then you just start spitting fucking shit out. You're just words that you're just like, but then somebody comes along and they combat you. Yeah, exactly. And you're just fucking hanging out, right? You
guys don't even listen to this podcast like as often as I do. But I was saying to Will, I listened to it for editing, and I fucking caught one a little while ago that I said that was so fucking far off base, and it was about the Spanish flu, and we were talking about how many people the Spanish flu killed, and I'm like, I don't know, more than 100,000. The number was like 50 million or something like that.
Millions. So many people died. So many.
Oh, sorry.
I was like probably like 5,000.
500 million people. And I said like more than 100,000 for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we totally weren't wrong.
Yeah. That's what you got to do. You got to learn how to fucking say stupid facts without being wrong.
Close. Wasn't even fucking
close. What is it? What's the thing? Under promise, over perform. They'd be like, well, like it used to happen at my job so much. My old job, they'd be like, all right, Mike, because I used to wire control panels, so like they had everything there. Like how like it was down to hours, like because it was like Nazi Germany, man. Speaking of which, that guy, my old boss called me yesterday.
Speaking of which, my boss.
Yeah, sorry, it just came into my head. My old boss just called me yesterday at that job that I quit, asking if I wanted to work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, motherfucker, what up? You want me back, bitch?
How much money do you offer you?
Oh, we didn't even talk numbers. We would like, there's no way that wouldn't even be a conversation. We had that when I quit. I was like, you're not gonna pay me shit, and you know that, and I know that. And then he didn't even argue. It was funny as hell. Nobody's ever said something like that to me.
You're right.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. For sure. He's like, go ahead, man. But anyway, so it was down to the hour. Fuck, what were we just talking about? Oh, sorry. Under promise, over perform.
What we spent our money on this week. We're on
right. But
yeah.
But so I always used to go like if you had. He's like, how much longer are you gonna be? He's like, how many hours left? I would be like, I don't know, 8. And I'm like looking down. I'm almost done. I'm like, I got like an hour of work left maybe, and I'm just like, probably the day, at least the end of the day. And then I'd be like, oh man, like I got it done. He's like, dude, it's 8 a.m. I mean, you said it would be done at 3. I'm like, yeah, well, I just fucking killed it because you needed me to kill it, so I just did that for you, man.
That's way over delivering.
Oh yeah, that's an exaggeration. So that's an example of what that is, right?
10 times, man, my output. I just fucking crushed it, man. Didn't take my 10-minute coffee break and just fucking worked right through it.
A whole day of work.
Saved 7 hours.
8 hours later, it's fucking no, like, but like that, but like, dude, you coming in and bitching at me, it just fired me up. Like you giving me a hard time to get something done. It's not annoying at all. It was really motivational, actually. Fucking retarded.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, shit.
Boom.
I was so long. That was so many episodes without saying it.
Good fucking job. It's so hard to edit video, too. That's staying in. Okay, we got.
Never edited anything anyway.
We got 3 topics to cover today. Maybe 4. I'll let you guys pick. We can probably hit 2 of these.
How far in are we?
Plus Mike's.
We could probably hit one of them. We're still talking about what we fucking spent our money on. It's like an hour in.
I know. We fucking used so much time there. Where are you going?
Whatever.
We should talk about quarantine meals. Let's talk about quarantine meals. I think that's a good topic. Mike, do you want to talk about the best meal
I'm eating right now
so far?
Do I want to talk about what?
I'll tell you this much right now.
The best meal you've had in quarantine. Will's eating some
definitely
kind of
not this.
What is that?
Chicken and rice in a Tupperware. You're at home. Put it on a fucking plate.
Chicken and rice right out the fridge, dog.
Ew, it's cold.
And we have and we don't have a fucking microwave right now. It broke.
What?
Okay, so I went the same one that you've had the whole time, like your whole life.
Oh yeah.
That I've cooked oatmeal in the morning.
Ouch.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so like I keep forgetting. So I go to the fridge and I walk into our pantry. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. So I have to get a pan out and fry it up and put the lid on top just to heat it up.
You know what? That's pretty good though. Refried anything is pretty good.
It's way better.
It tastes a lot better.
Yeah, I'd like
way better.
It tastes way better, but yeah, it's definitely not ideal though.
It's not convenient. Worth it. The return on investment's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point.
Chicken and rice.
What's the best meal you've had in quarantine so far, Mike?
100% a steak dinner I had the other night. It was like not the other night. We've had it twice, but the first time we had it, it was phenomenal. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was a good cut. It was. It wasn't. What the fuck? It's like it might have been a tenderloin or beef tenderloin. Is that
was it round?
Filet mignon?
It's pork tenderloin.
It wasn't pork. It was steak. It was beef.
Round?
Like beef tenderloin, yeah, like a little the puck.
Was it an island or a continent? Island, okay, all right.
Yeah, island, yeah. But it was.
Yeah.
I think that's tenderloin,
steak?
right? Isn't that beef tenderloin?
I don't know.
It might have been a baseball steak. Honestly, don't really know. Holy shit, man! It was like small, but like I'm usually a savage when I eat. It's like I eat quickly. This one, I like my first bite. I was like, oh, buddy, I'm fucking eating this slow. Like melted in my mouth. It was fucking good.
That's dope.
Woo.
That's so nice. Young Oop on the barbecue.
Man. Young Oop was on the queue and he fucking killed it.
Young Oop on the queue.
He fucking killed it.
What do we have tomorrow? What's the plan for tomorrow's?
Burgers.
Did you go outside to help?
Fuck no, I'm not doing that. It's all him, man. We're gonna do. What's gonna happen is I'll be standing out there, and then I'll say one comment, and he'll be like this. He'll just be like, "Fucking bullshit!" He'll just start beaking me off.
He'd be so pissed. He'd be like, "Hey, Dad, want some help?" He'd be like, "Oh, for fuck's sake,
Get the fuck away from me, kid! You're 27. Get away.
Go downstairs and work out.
You're not fucking cute anymore. Get away from me.
Lift a few weights, bud. What about you, Will? What's the best meal you've had? It's definitely not that chicken and rice. What is it? Are you being fed still?
No, I've been eating the chicken and rice for a few days now.
Who's feeding you?
My mom making dinner every night, except for the last couple nights. I've been doing it myself, but
yeah.
And then because like they don't like to eat the same thing twice in a row or like very often, so she's been like changing it up and shit. We've had quesadillas a couple times. We have had steak a few times. Pat, before this whole quarantine, Pat's like stocked our freezer by accident because his friend has like a farm. So we've had tons of fucking farm meat. So we're doing like sausages from the farm. They have steaks from the farm. Yeah, honestly, mine is probably a steak dinner too. Steak dinner, mashed potatoes, some asparagus.
That's so good. That 3. Steak, potatoes, and asparagus is fucking amazing.
There's a reason people talk about steak and potatoes, man. It's not anything to mess with.
Yeah. If you haven't had a steak in a while, man, it's fucking delicious.
I know, man. Man, when people I trip when people are like, I don't even really like steak that much. I don't know what the big deal is. I'm like, you have no idea.
Or it's never been cooked well for you.
Man, my ex-girlfriend, she knows, she's like, steak's gross. I'm like, have you ever had it? She's like, no. I'm like,
no.
How do you say it's gross? Like,
who's never had steak?
Well, she was like a vegetarian kind of thing, right? I guess.
I
don't know what she
like a pescatarian.
So I don't know. She didn't eat fucking red meat. I think it was red meat.
She's your fucking ex-petarian now, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. So either way, she didn't like steak. I'm like, how do you not like steak if you've never? It's so. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth and then say it honestly.
I think people are turned off about like the bloodiness.
Blood, the blood.
People don't like it because of that, but like,
how do you like your steak? How do you like your steak, both of you guys?
Fucking bleeding, still making noise.
Yeah,
buddy.
Rare.
Oh yeah,
I like rare.
Sometimes
rare.
when I cook steaks, like we start eating, Kenzie has to put her steak in the microwave. It's still bleeding too much for her.
I think that it seems to be girls. It seems to be girls that are more well done than guys. Guys are like, give it to us raw and I devour the steak, and then whatever
so too.
Whatever blood comes off on my dish, like I like dump it into my dog's food, into Squid's food, and he fucking loves it.
Oh fuck.
He's a fucking He's a fucking animal.
He's an animal. I know.
That's like giving fucking a crackhead a fucking nice rock.
But he's fucking meant to eat. My My favorite
How about
meal
you, Joe?
so
You getting any Blue Aprons?
No, I don't do Blue Apron or Hello Fresh. But today, Mike,
Hello Fresh.
your sister Mike, today outdid herself. I have to say,
That's what I meant to do. I meant to respond to that. She sent me a video. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
She outdid herself. So get this.
She's a good cook, man.
Couple happy accidents. She's no standing cook. I know I've been with her for a long time now. It's like I'm used to it. But man, if you had told me 10 years ago that some like white girl would be making this kind of food, I would have said no fucking way. But this shit is.
Should make collard greens and chitlins.
Oh man,
yeah, grits.
Today we had butter chicken, rice, and homemade naan bread. So.
Whoa! Holy fuck!
So the naan bread.
It looked good, bro.
Okay, so she makes the butter chicken fairly often, but she's been perfecting this recipe for some time. Today was the best offering she's put on the table so far. It was outstanding.
This is gonna be her hand-me-down recipe to her kids and her grandkids.
So get this.
She should make a cookbook.
She makes the naan bread. Okay, she started it this afternoon. Like had the yeast rise and everything from scratch.
Oh, she was making the bread.
Yeah, it's fucked.
And
holy fuck!
So she makes it.
I thought she was just baking
and then
bagged bread.
Gets better. So an ingredient in the naan bread is Greek yogurt. You need a little bit of Greek yogurt in the bread, I guess.
Or that little tangy zip.
Whatever it is. And so she's making the butter chicken later, which also needs Greek yogurt to thicken it up. And she starts putting it in the plate. She goes, "Oh," I'm like, "What's going on?" She goes, "This yogurt is vanilla." I was like, "Yeah, I bought vanilla yogurt for my like cereal and yogurt, and I bought regular yogurt for you for your shakes." And she's like, "I didn't know. I made the naan bread with vanilla yogurt." Boys, let me tell you.
Happy good.
Oh, unbelievable. Just that little sweet taste with the garlic and the chicken.
I bet.
Man.
Damn, that does sound prime.
Fuck, it was
good. I would
good.
like to try that shit. Fuck yeah.
Fuck, it was good.
Have you ever had Kenzie's cooking?
I've been to your house for dinner a couple times, but I think that your mom cooked.
Holy shit, dude. She's fucking really good. But best part is, like, when she used to live here, it was so jokes. It's like my dad is, like, typical meat and potatoes. Like, that's what he wants. He doesn't want anything fucking crazy. Kenzie's like, so what the deal was, like, Kenzie lived here. She would make dinner every Friday. Joey would always come down every Friday. We'd have some beers, have dinner and shit. Kenzie would cook on Fridays. And it was the best fucking night of the week ever. Man. I would look forward to Friday.
Yeah.
Not to party, but for after work. It was like, I get a couple beers. Kenzie's making a fucking unique meal. Like, we're having random shit. Like, we're on like a
exotic
sketch,
food.
Monday.
Shit that like your mom is like afraid to make. Like my mom won't make like weird she makes butter chicken, I guess, but like not like she stays in her realm of knowledge, you know. Rarely goes outside it. Whereas
I don't
it's
get
like good.
That. I don't get why people do. Like I guess I get it. Like if you're cooking for someone, right? Like I guess I understand. But I mean, like fuck it. Follow a recipe. Like worst case, it's not good. Like who gives a shit?
Yeah, totally.
But I'm not a mom cooking for her family.
Man, it was a good meal. It was a good meal. One of the best we've had. We have burgers and shit all the time, right? Like whether it's quarantine or not. But this was one I will remember for some time to come for sure.
Yeah, you guys eat well over there. I noticed that. You guys do good meals.
We're fucking double income, no kids, boys.
What's your breakfast looking like?
I usually have bacon and eggs. Depends what I feel like. But most days bacon and eggs.
You know what I had today for breakfast? Sausage and eggs.
Oatmeal.
On a McBud.
Really?
I haven't had McDonald's in so long. I said, fuck
from
it.
McDonald's.
Fuck yeah. I haven't been eating fast food for sure. I haven't had fast food in easily a month.
What's the window look like at the drive-thru?
Yeah,
they got the fucking mask and the gloves on when they come out?
It was a trick.
The hockey stick?
Man, they got normally they usually have a young person there. Today it was like the veteran.
Fuck, I forgot to tell you guys. So we went to Dairy Queen last week on the drive-thru thing. Oh my fucking God. I don't know if Kenzie sent anyone videos of like the fucking drive-thru line. It must have been 20 cars deep. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh my fuck. And we got there at the right time. There was like 10 cars behind us like 5 minutes after we got there. So we get there and there's all kinds of signs about social distancing. Social distancing is in place. Don't come into the store. Drive-thru only. Safety precautions are being taken. We get to the window to pick up the blizzards, and they got like like 20 fucking teenagers standing shoulder to shoulder, just scooping cookie dough and crumbs all over each other, trying to get these blizzards done. I'm looking at your sister like, what is this? Where's the social distancing here? These kids are fucking breathing on each other, breathing on my ice cream.
Bro, they're fucking working.
That's what I said. But I said to her, I'm like, how serious is this really? If Dairy Queen is just letting all these people like work next to each other, no one knows what these kids are doing after work. They're all just smoking dope and making out with each other.
Yeah, totally.
No one is fucking paying any attention.
And those are the kids that are like, those are the kids that are like, oh, I work all day with a bunch of people. Why should I not go see my friends after work?
I know.
Or they don't, and they're young and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And they should definitely give a fuck because they're the ones that are going to give it to everyone.
I know.
Well, let's just say, man, we can't, like, it doesn't even matter that that's happening. It's got to happen. Like, we can't fucking sustain. It won't work. Everyone just doing nothing and just getting money.
We need our blizzards.
Okay, fine. You should be able to pick and choose. Like, it should just be certain places. Like, fast food joints, fuck off.
Okay, before we go to COVID conspiracies,
I don't want to even go into fucking COVID again.
But I thought you wanted to go to your friend's conspiracy theory. Do we want to talk about
not
that?
A friend.
Okay, a guy you know.
This is some guy that I've seen him once in a while.
Okay, we'll talk about something else. But one last question about this: how much do 2 large blizzards cost at Dairy Queen?
Gotta be like 12, 16, $16.
$13.
$18.
I get it. I'm the best. I'm the closest, man. Fucking rating champ.
$18 fucking dollars.
$18?
It's so expensive.
$9 a pop. Go to Baskin Robbins.
You like loading it with
I got
extra shit.
Your
There's no way that the
Kenzie got
for 2.
Kenzie got
I thought they were $5.
I don't even remember what she got. But I remember.
Man, I haven't been to fucking DQ in a long time. God damn, that's
gas prices are at an all-time low. DQ prices are way up. Ice cream is through the fucking roof.
You can get for that one day, you could have got like 10,000 barrels of oil or 2 blizzards, basically. Like that's basically right there. Something like that.
Do you know what's hilarious, man? Have you ever put like $20 of gas in your car and be like, fuck, I don't want to do this. And then simultaneously in the same trip, go spend $18 on ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Like how funny is that? Like that's how the brain works.
Buddy, all the time at the gas station on Garth and Mohawk. I go there and put $40 in the car and then go inside to the gas station to pay, and also inside the gas station get a $10 shawarma.
Yeah.
It's great.
I don't, man.
One's a necessity and one isn't.
I remember, the shawarma is necessary. I know. You can walk to work. I was just saying, like, I remember. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, boys. I'm fucking gassed.
This episode has come so far off. I don't even know what the point of talking for 10 minutes before we start this episode, like these episodes are, to like put a schedule down. Because all we do is just fucking look at each other and talk about shit that we didn't talk about at all during the week. At all.
I know. That's
no point. We have good topics here. We have like the LeBron James Mistress.
Let's get into that.
We have surveillance. Would have been good. You want to talk about LeBron's Mistress?
Yeah, let's do it now. We've got a fucking.
Have you seen LeBron's Mistress or no?
Pull it up, Joey.
Pull up the screen share. Let me pull up the screen share for you. I gotta get my keyboard back in front of me here.
Should I go get my third and final bench session IPA?
I am sending beers.
What's the orange one? It looks like a Coors Slice.
Fucking good. Short Hills East Coast IPA. Holy shit, these are fucking high. Like, no, I'm like buzzing off too. I'm like, why the fuck am I? I've had 2 beers. It's 6.5%.
Fuck yeah.
This one was only 4.2. The blue one's fucking good. The Stone Road White Ale. This one's fucking phenomenal.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Oh yeah, I like the green one the best.
That's what I got next.
Before I pull the screen up, this story came out because apparently this girl's friend, this Sophia Jamora's friend, sent out an Instagram story about how she doesn't like LeBron James because he's cheating on his wife with her friend Sophia, and then deleted the story quickly after. So LeBron has a pretty squeaky reputation as far as like his family and his.
I thought he was like fucking no problem.
That's what I was gonna say.
Party guy.
So I can only think of one other. There's only one other reference I can think of, and it's from a song by the Clips and Cameron, where Pusha T talks about a headshot model that he fucked, and LeBron James also fucked. And Pharrell comments on it in the song, and he says, like, yeah, that headshot. Push T says that headshot bitch from DC, AP, let him know. And then Pharrell says, yeah, that bitch was hot, but it was time to go. And he says, do you like that, Bron? Had that long time ago. And he's talking, this is like back in 2007, probably, something like that, long time ago. But maybe LeBron's image not as clean as everyone thinks.
Back when he was like so goddamn young.
So here's our friend, okay? So
she's fucking smoking, man.
Oh, she's got a fuck ton of followers.
I think it's
smoking hot.
This is a no-brainer, right?
Like, of course it is.
Click one.
You kidding me?
Oh, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I don't understand this reputation thing. Who gives a fuck?
I don't know.
It's not your business. He's a fucking professional athlete. Who cares? What are you gonna? LeBron James shouldn't be doing that. Who the fuck are you? Get out of you. Be a billionaire athlete, man.
I've said this many times. I am convinced that like 95% of pro athletes or higher are cheating on their long-term spouse. And cheating.
Fuck yeah.
Cheating's maybe the wrong word. Like maybe they have this understanding. Like if you're a pro athlete,
you
might have
performing infidelity, Joe.
So this girl's, I don't know how old she is. Maybe 23, something like that. I see 19, 20, and 23 here. So is it possible she's 23? LeBron is like 36 or 35. So pretty old. But anyway, the point still stands. What do you make of LeBron's most recent venture into the wild here? How do we feel about that?
I wonder how long it's been going on for, because like like professional athletes, it's got to be so like they've got to be so low on like the people who don't cheat. You know, like they got to be some of the most
prolific,
like, rampant cheaters.
They're probably like neck and neck with rappers who'd be like, "Yo, I love cheating on my wife." Those guys.
Oh yeah,
they have to be.
And the thing those two things they both have in common is that like if you're on a sports team, you're traveling constantly. You're always going to different cities, and you're not with your family.
And let's not forget
just like
elevated levels of testosterone as a pro athlete has.
That's a big one.
Yeah, totally.
But
and
that's not. Yeah, you can't talk about that.
But if you're used to like. If you're used to a certain lifestyle, because if you obviously come in the, I don't know, how many of them are still with their fucking high school sweethearts? So few, I'm sure.
Zero. The answer
so
few. Did you see that? What was it? It was juniors. I think it might have been Kachuk, Brady Kachuk. I think they were on an interview, and then like there's three of them. They're like in panel. They're in like panel thing, and then like they're going like right to left, like asking the guys questions. The first guy, they're like, "Oh, who's the first one?" These three guys just got drafted, I guess, or they're in speaks of being high level draft picks, and they're just like, "All right, so who's the first person you're gonna tell?" And the first guy goes, "I'm probably gonna tell my girlfriend from high school." Like they're still together. And then Brady Kachuk, I think it's Brady Kachuk. He just starts fucking going like,
"It was Brady Kachuk."
Jesus, what an idiot! He goes. Yeah, it's so good, man. It's like, yeah, no shit. Like, you think they're actually going to last? If they do, very wholesome, but very unrealistic, man. Like, he's going to go into the NHL, and then he's going to go to these high-level parties, and there's going to be smoking hot chicks there for that reason.
Puck buddies, man, for sure. For
that reason, bro. Like, they're there for that.
Yeah.
They're there, like, and then, honestly,
and Brady
it's going to sound kind of rude.
Ugly guy.
So these guys are it's gonna sound kind of rude. Some of them are there, and they're trying to get pregnant. That's why they're there. They're just trying to get pregnant so that they can just be rich. And you know what? If I had the option and I was in a desperate spot, maybe I would do the same fucking thing.
I have a real treat for you guys, okay? I have a comment, and then I have a video I'd like to show you. You're gonna fucking love both of them. So as you know,
a beer for this.
As you know, hold on. I'll say this quick, and then I'll play the video, and then you can go get a beer. It's gonna be very quick. As you know, the NBA
cheat.
The NBA is in lockdown right now because of the whole quarantine thing. And I listen to a lot of NBA podcasts from a lot of different sides of the equation. Like I listen to coaches and managers, players, media guys, and then guys who are like almost media guys, but like one level removed. And all of them are saying the same thing. The concern about the NBA returning is nothing to do with player safety, coach safety, referee safety, fan safety, none of that stuff. They think they can do it in a place like Orlando. I've heard Toronto mentioned too for the Summer League. they think they can get back to playing.
Yeah, Toronto. I've heard that too for the hub.
Yeah, they think they can get back. Well, they think they can get back to playing the rest of the season in one place. They can put all the teams in one place and have enough facilities in some of these major cities to play. But
in Toronto?
But the problem,
the NHL wanted to do that in Toronto too.
Yeah, I've heard this 2 times.
Why is Toronto such a fucking beast?
But the problem that they're having is that they don't think they could control these guys bringing girls in. And this is the thing I keep hearing.
That's fucking
They can't control these guys bringing girls in, and that's the problem. So I have a video here for you because you guys talked about
essential travel, man. That's essential travel.
You guys talked about Kachuk, who is a junior.
Players gotta get laid.
The Kachuk story. He was a world junior at the time. You guys just brought that story up.
I want to say yeah. I don't know. I don't know the whole context of the video. But
yeah.
So there's the
NFL. It was his rookie year. Yeah.
The NFL draft just took place 2 weeks ago, and the Cowboys took this receiver named CeeDee Lamb. And I don't know if you guys ever watched the NFL draft, but this year they did what they normally do in terms of like family. They have like the guy who's like in the first round projection, and then his like family, girlfriend, agent, coach from college, maybe stuff like that. His like immediate circle.
Joe Burrow, is that who it was?
Not Burrow though. This guy's name is CeeDee Lamb. He was taken by the Cowboys like in the top 20, and he's at his house wherever he's from. I think he went to Alabama. I know he went to Alabama. And so he's in his house with his family, and his girlfriend's sitting next to him, okay? And so when you get drafted, the same thing happens all the time. Your phone rings, and it's the coach, or the GM, or the owner of the team saying, like, welcome aboard. They announce the pick. The camera's on you. It's like a nice moment for the guys, right? The thing is that with cheating involved, you get stuff like this happening, which I am 100% sure was not fucking planned, but is funny regardless, okay? This is CeeDee Lamb taking his call from the commissioner, and he's obviously here concerned about something else going on. Let's have a peek.
Look at his face. Oh, look at that, eh? That's so jokes, man. Taking his phone.
Wow, she's gonna have a lot
look
more
at the glare.
Let's have one more look at that in slow motion. The glare following her commenting more. He's like, don't touch the phone.
But like, man, look at like.
Here we go.
Yeah, not even for a second.
She can't even get pissed because she knows she's now dating a pro athlete.
That is such
she can't even do
for
anything.
Now,
she's like, fuck, I can't.
For now,
I gotta fucking ride these coattails, man. Fuck.
She's out the door, man.
Yeah.
Well, that would be like, okay, so that would be like if I start dating some like ultra rich. Like, say I start dating some, like, fucking successful Instagram model, hypothetically. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's super rich and she takes care of me, but she's 100% cheating on me. So what the fuck do you do? That's a weird one. Like, I like to think that I have enough pride to bounce, but, like, fuck, who knows when you start driving those whips.
Never been in that situation.
No, man, what you got to do is, you got to use her fame. No, you got to use her Instagram fame to get you followers, and then all of a sudden you're semi-insta famous too. So then you can dip and then get another equally good.
Yeah, and then you got a cynical podcast.
Second place in The Bachelor, man. That's the fucking move. I'm telling you. That's
man. Look at this. You see this fucking face? That's me for sure on The Bachelor. Like, look at me. I'm exactly what they want on The Bachelor. Look at this blue collar fucking loud mouth.
Just come in second. Just come in second.
You're exotic, bro.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I am exotic. I got that fucking red hair, gap tooth look going on.
We're probably like an hour and 20 minutes in now, maybe Jesus a little Christ. More. I don't know if you guys want to hit anything else. We can talk about some other shit if you want, but it's up to you. I'll leave it with you guys. What do you think?
What was that? Well, what are you doing?
I had nothing else to talk about.
I'm down to fucking. Well, do you want to just cut it now then?
We can. I don't really care. It's fine with me. I personally think, this is my opinion, that I could bring the gear tomorrow, Will, and you could stand 6 feet away from us and we could fucking do one if you're going to be, willing to take that risk with your friends.
I might be going golfing tomorrow, but
I thought you were hanging out tomorrow. We're coming down tomorrow.
Yeah, I know you are, but I might go golfing. See what happens. I want to go golfing. Wherever. Oh, wherever. No.
Are they open now? I thought they didn't open until next week.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Because there was how do I word this? There was a guy that I know at 7 a.m. today who was on hold for like fucking 3 hours trying to get a fucking tee time.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. So, but I probably won't go because it's going to be packed, man. Like, I do want to fucking go. But I'll like 99% be here.
I probably 99% won't be there.
What about 6 feet apart? What if you just stay in your car?
I'm not gonna drive up there. I would just walk for sure. But
I'll stay at the end of the driveway.
The cord's 15 feet long. Don't forget.
You gotta yell into the mic.
That's
this is what I think.
That's all we got for tonight. Is there a Mike's notes? We have a Mike's notes.
Nah, I haven't had much to talk about, but it's coming back. I think I'm going back to work next week.
Okay, I like it. Okay, that's it. God bless. And that was episode 30, by the way. We just did. So,
ooh, nice.
Quarantine episode 30.
Oh, really? Wow. Holy shit.
Nice. We're pushing 50. Pushing 50.
So hopefully number 50 we can.
What are we doing for 50?
We're doing a live show at Carnegie Hall, I think, right? I think we agreed on that.
And if it's going to be released
Carnegie
on
Hall
vinyl.
or Emerson Pub?
Emerson Pub is what I meant. Yeah, Carnegie Hall's different. Yeah,
Emerson Pub.
I get them confused too.
I meant fucking Winchester Arms. So.
Fucking right.
Anyway, God bless everyone. Take care of yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Stay safe.
All right.
Peace. Bye.